Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob. This video we're going to get back into the Fast and the Furious series. This time we're going to rewind review Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Okay guys, welcome back. So Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, I have to admit right off the bat, I delayed seeing for such a long time that I got to the end of the series before I even went back to watch it. Initially, honestly, I wasn't interested in it because it didn't have Paul Walker, it didn't have Vin Diesel, it didn't have anybody from the series at that point. So I just completely wrote it off. A couple of years later, I finally decided to suck it up and watch the movie. And I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. I mean, it wasn't the best one in the series, but I gotta say, there's even parts of it I like better than part two. The whole Japanese drift racing scene was excellent. The first time I even knew about drift racing was I was about maybe 13 or 14, or actually maybe a little bit older, but no, I was around that age, and I was playing the original Namco's Ridge Racer, and you could drift in that game. And I remember my cousin showed me how to do it, and I thought it was so cool. And so this was like, wow, I actually get to see this. And yeah, the cast. I mean, you have Lucas Black, who was in Friday Night Lights, and he was obviously the main character. His name was Sean, and then there was the guy DK Drift King. His name escapes me at the moment, but typical teenage conflict. This guy is in a place where Sean, I'm talking about, is in a place where he's completely out of his element. You don't go from the South to Japan and just get accepted. And he's a muscle car driver. He likes to race his muscle cars. He has no idea how to drift, and it shows in the very first race when he borrows Han's ride, and he completely wrecks it and is completely in debt to Han. Now, the racing scenes were great, and I think that's why I liked it, because this particular movie, they were right back into the racing. Racing was like the thing. That was the focus of the movie. Yes, there was a little Yakuza crime on the down low, but it wasn't the main focus like some of the crime in like the second one or even the first one towards the end. Because remember, if you remember my review from before, I just felt like the first one got away from the racing a little too much. But this one stuck with it, and I think that's why I liked it. Plus, it was drifting, and it was so cool. The cars were phenomenal. I mean, you got those nice Matchbox cars, the Honda Civics, the Mazdas, and it was awesome. And I love how at the end he customized his father's own muscle car to be capable of drifting. So it was a very good movie. Now, Bow Wow, I could do without. I didn't feel the need for him there, but I guess the guy had to have a friend. Bow Wow's car was pretty cool. I mean, the whole Hulk car thing, I guess, was all right. It was kind of weird, but it was weird and cool at the same time. I don't think I'd ever drive anything like that, but I think I could appreciate like seeing it like at a car show. But in terms of driving it down the street, I don't think I could do that. It was Han. Han is obviously one of the more popular characters in this series, so I was very surprised to see what happens to him in this movie after watching all the other ones. At that point, I had already saw all the way up to part 5, and so to go back and see that, so obviously it tells you where that story lies in the series, and whether or not they're gonna ever go back to that, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the 6th one yet, so I'm not sure if there's a link there. So don't spoil it for me down below, please. But and I just was surprised to see it. I was surprised to see what happened with him, because he is one of my favorite characters, Han. I thought he's one of those kind of smooth guys and real cool, and he's always eating stuff, and he's just a funny character. It's a very unique character. The Toretto surprise at the end was pleasant, but unfortunately I already knew about that because by the time I saw it, the movie had been out already for a couple of years. So it wasn't a huge surprise, but it was still pleasant to see. And so it'll be interesting to see if they ever go back to Tokyo Drift. I should have known better. Just because it didn't have the star power in it doesn't mean it was a bad movie, and it certainly wasn't. And in some ways, I like it better than the second installment. Uh, I thought it was obviously a teeny bopper movie, but still, the racing in the movie was great. The cars. I mean, the designs. I mean, it's like, wow, those cars are just phenomenal. The shit these people put in their cars, man. I'm telling you. And the race, the chase scene through the streets was also excellent, excellent scene. There was some really good race car scenes in this movie, whether it was a head-on race or just the chase scene down the city of Tokyo, I believe it was. And in terms of the acting, I mean, like I said, Bow Wow could do without. Lucas Black's a pretty okay actor. I mean, he's all right. Obviously, Sonny Chiba was in the movie, and that's always a pleasant. It's always nice to see him in movies every now and then. He's a pretty well-known actor in his own right. But it was. I should have given it a chance. I do regret not seeing it back when it came out because I think the Dominic Toretto effect at the end. Obviously would have been a nice surprise for me. And the thing of it is that it was a really good racing movie. It was a really good racing movie. That's what the movie was about. It wasn't, like I said, yes, there was crime. Yes, he was part of the Yakuza, and he had obviously a partnership with Han. Han obviously felt something for Sean, and that he took him under his wing. Even though Sean owed him, Han took very good care of him. Han was very, very hospitable. Brought him in when his father kicked him out, and it was a solid movie. It was a much better movie than I expected it to be at the time that I finally decided to see it. And I would hope they go revisit that portion of the series if they haven't already, because like I said, I haven't seen part 6 yet, and I know they're supposed to be doing a part 7. I think it's a good opportunity to maybe get Lucas Black back into the fold as the character Sean, knowing that he already has met Dominic Toretto, knowing that Paul Walker's character unfortunately will probably be killed off. And unfortunately, I mean, obviously we all know the incident. So Tokyo Drift, I thought it was a solid movie. It was a lot better than I expected. I didn't give it a chance, and I regretted not giving it a chance. I thought it was better than part 2. It's not the best in the series, but it was a lot better than I think people expected. Yes, it has its flaws. Bow Wow's one of them, in my opinion. But I thought the racing was great. The cars, the customized cars were phenomenal. The street scene was great. The ending race was great. Even that was fun to see. That muscle car drifting like that was incredible. So, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, definitely a good movie. Definitely a good addition to the series. Albeit, even if it doesn't have Paul Walker and it doesn't have Vin Diesel and Tyrese or whatever, it was definitely one of the better ones in the series, in my opinion, just from a racing standpoint. And that's really it. There's nothing else to say. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you for the next one when we do, what is it? Fast and Furious. Yep, Fast and Furious, because then after that's Fast 5 and then 6 and all that. So, all right, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you next video.